warhammer parts. Okay, good. Hello. Right, let's crack on, shall we? I reckon we can get some progress done today. I was very much looking forward to getting back on yesterday. I wanted to stream all day yesterday. I found myself popping in, looking at what I was getting up to. It was nice. It was a really nice stream yesterday. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I wanted to stay on longer, but there's only so much you can do, you know, squeezing in streaming with a life and responsibilities. So I just did the best I could, but I managed to get on today, so we're going to be able to do a couple of hours, which is lovely. I'm just going to put myself on a movie in the background. Okay, that sounds working. You want to know what movie I'm watching? You can ask. Otherwise, I don't know beeswax. Right, we need 2mm tape. We're going to do some stripes. We finished our Ravagers yesterday. We've got all 3 done. They're ready for varnish, so I'll varnish those at some point. But they're looking delish. Finally, I redid their back shells, the yellows. It was looking a bit flat, so I just jazzed that up again. Went back in and redid it, and I'm very happy with it. Even though they look different to the original, I'm still very much happy with it, because I want them to be similar but not the same anyway, because they're creatures, you know. Oh, they look great just sitting there on the shelf. See them there? Look. Hey guys. I've mostly been doing big stuff and characters with my Nids. I haven't done much rank and file. That's why I'm really enjoying this guy. Just a random model I got in a bulk buy, but his shell's really very much done. But he's ready for the skin colours. But we will get to that when we can. Silence of the Lambs, would you be so... Oh, I gave away the name of the film. I'd be terrible at a quiz. Everyone would just win. Right, or is that good? Is that good as a quiz master? Okay, stripes. So we're going to use the 2mm tape and get these sets of stripes done, unless we fancy doing something else. I'm going to put these guys on a shelf as well. These guys need their heads, but for the rest of them, they're done. So let's get those 6. Yeah, I need to get them on some shelf somewhere. Here we are at the top here. They can go on there. I'll just move those. But the trick is to start painting as quickly as possible, really. So maybe, you know what, I should start with a Terminator. I should start with getting a Terminator finished, because if I want to buy more, which I'm going to, and I'm going to work on more Terminators, I need to get the colour scheme fully ironed out. Let's just grab one. Here, you're not very done. He's not very done at all. So he needs some grey cere, that's for sure. What I noticed as well, these ones I got for free, they've done metallics here on here, and the pipes, so they've done metallic, and I quite like that feel to it. I quite like that they've done that. So I'm thinking of not even borrowing that, but adding that to my idea as well. I know we said we are going to do hazard stripes, but if I can find grace here, first one I picked up. Also, I figured out that I can use some kind of hangy thing to keep my what do you call it? Paints. I can hang them off the wardrobe door, so that's really handy. But I'll wait for someone else to come in and chat before I continue just rabbiting to myself. But that's just what I discovered. Yeah, won't stay longer. Made some real progress yesterday. Had a lot of fun. Got to work on the Terminators. Let's try and get one finished. And maybe the stripes. I don't know. We're just I'm planning it out too much. I think we should just start. That's what we should do. So I crack out this. This grey cere is starting to turn. It's just it's starting to turn into a big blob. Let's try and break that up a little bit. Yeah, before it goes too solid. Yeah, okay, there's still some life in it. It hasn't fully turned. Let's grab out a blob. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to it, because I've noticed adding a bit of ink really helps. So where's my Griffin Charger Grey ink? I'm going to add some of that to it. Is that it? No, that's Drakari. No, that's Nightshade. I've got it around here somewhere. Here we go. I'm going to add a bit of this to my grey seer. Bit of pigment. So let's just dunk the brush and add that. Mix that in. There we go. Just a bit more liquidity, maybe. A little bit of texture. A little bit of pigment. Just ever so slightly. There we go. Right. Perfect. So we're ready to crack on. I just need space for my elbows. Took a little while to get started. Yeah. I forgot that there was some kind of jogging montage at the beginning of Silence of the Lambs. It's rather bad. Starling, you jogging. Get jogging. Oh, my elbows. I've just worked out, so my elbow tendons are... I need this to not be lumpy. And if it is, then I need to add more griff to the paint. I love Terminators, man. They're so pretty. I like the old ones, but I adore the new ones. Whoop. So yeah, my theory is I'm leaning more towards using an ink to water down my paints rather than using water. That's kind of the way I've started leaning nowadays. There we go. That's what I think now. I think that watering with ink is the way to go. I know it changes the colour ever so slightly, but I'm totally okay with that. Let's crack up the volume ever so slightly on this. What I can do is I can use this grey on the heads of the Terminators I'm going to zhuzh up as well. I'm going to clean that bit out. So change of plans. Just turned off the old Silence and Lambs. The missus wanted to use Netflix, and as she pays for that subscription nonsense, I should defer. I'm just enjoying this Terminator anyway. I think the slightly grayer grey is the way to go. That's what I'm thinking. So I like having the ink in there. It just changes the greys as they go on. So it has a little bit of variety to it, a little bit of texture. And I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, yeah, Shogun, that was the one. I actually want to watch those. Yeah, there we go. Master and Commander. What a great film. Those two guys playing the main characters, they have a great chemistry. What is it? Russell Crowe and Vision. Hey, Logic! Howdy! Sorry I've been away for a while. I've not been well, dude. How you doing, man? You're the first one in. Ah, another early finish. Weren't you the, what was it, 13-hour, 15-hour day guy? Wasn't that you? What is your job again? Oh, wait, plant nursery. Have I got that right? Is it a plant nursery? Oh, I feel like I've got that right. Let's see if my memory's working. 12 hours, so it's long, double digits. Was it a plant nursery? No. Okay, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of the guy who was in the prison. What did you ever tell me? Cold storage. Okay, you never told me that. So cold storage, is that like... This is going to sound naive. Is it like meat? Ah, dude. That's rough. How do you even... I mean, I guess you got to wear certain attire, right? Do you find yourself more prone to getting sick being in a freezer for such long periods? Is that a thing? Oh, man. Do you get paid extra for the sucky working conditions? Yeah, so you do wear special clothes, but oh yeah, oh was that the prone to illness? You know what I did? I asked loads of questions and then didn't wait for the answers and the delay. So yeah, questions. I'll put them in order. Do you get sick more being in the cold? Do you have to wear special clothing? Do you get increased wage for being in such unpleasant conditions for long periods? Is 1950 above minimum wage? Because you guys got it a bit rough in the US with this cost of living going up so high. Yeah, are you doing all right? Because I worry about people in Australia, America. Jav Davs, I got an update for you as well, Jav Davs. I was hoping you'd be on. Um, is it enough to get by on Logic? Are you doing all right? Because I mean, I know the internet wants you upset and stressed out, so you keep engaging with it more. But I get sent an awful lot of stuff, and it makes me worry about Americans. Um, okay, so you're way above the minimum. That's something at least. Um, yeah, I worry about that. I do worry about people I've never met. Ironically, I've never met in a country I've never been to. Uh, yeah, I worry about that. Just like I worry about Swedish people. Um, yeah, for various reasons. I don't know why that is. I don't know why I worry about people I've never met in countries I've never been to, but I do. That's beautiful. Beautiful smooth coat. It's definitely got to have inks in. Do you know what, Jav Dav? I think it was some kind of brain thing. I said Australia because you joined, and my brain was in some way saying, hey, you know this information, and it was mixing them up. But yeah, I think so too. Currency here in Finland is the euro, um, and in Australia is the Australian dollar, um, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Javdav, there, the update. So tomorrow, I'm actually going out socially. I'm going out to see a friend for their birthday, and I'm going to get drunk as a skunk. But before I do, I'm going to go to Games Workshop to get my mini of the month, the Death Watch guy, and I'm going to buy some super glue and plastic glue. So if I once I've got super glue, some cheapo super glue that I don't mind if I use a little bit at the bottom and the rest hardens, then I can do all my green stuff work, which isn't a whole tub's worth, but um, it means I can do the green stuff on this guy. I can green stuff this guy, and then what I'll do is I'll base coat him just for you, and then we can work on BM off colours together, which I thought would be lovely. Yeah, your wage is a good wage, Logic. It's good. It's very good. Like, good for you, man. But, I mean, you kind of deserve it with the working conditions that you have to put up with on a regular basis for long periods. So, yeah, so totally deserved, man. All right, Logic. You go make food and then tell us what it is. I like hearing about food. Ah, have you seen mine? Have you seen my psychophage? Jeff Dev, I find psychophage was a good practice model. There's a lot of model to cover, so it's really good for practicing. Have I shown you my one? I assume I have. Okay, alright, yeah, let me totally show you that. Hang on a second. Let me, yeah, here it is. You have to forgive me a second. My wireless headphones broke, so I'm on a wire, so I have to try and grab this without yanking my computer off its little stool. There we go. There he is. He was one of the earliest ones. I was quite pleased with how I inked the flame, or smog, but you can see here that I wasn't sure about how to do the overlaps. This is just the skin stained yellow, but it was definitely good practice. The mouth's a bit weak, I think. I think I could have done better with that, but I'm not very good with pinks. But I think the flesh works. It was like, yeah, it's good practice. Good practice. It's a good model to get your eye in with your colours. So, yeah, and it's a relative, you know, if you fluff it up, it's not a super important model, you know, as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, it's good practice. You'll enjoy it. Thanks, Heisenberg. Right, so I got these for free, thanks to my table trades, but I'm just going to fix up that face a little bit. So first things first, I'm going to use this grey that I've got on the head, because I've already got it mixed up. So let's just use it. Let's just start touching this up. I really like the paint job. The guy, oh, these are very dusty. They're very, very dusty. I should probably have washed them before starting, but let's see how we get on. Let's see how we get on. Let's just clean this up a little bit. I think that whoever's done this has done a great job. It's a shame when people sell their models. I feel like they should keep them, but it's just personal preference. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean it up, and then I'll probably ink it. But I want to keep the salamander colours. I don't mind having 5 salamanders amongst my Terminators. Good question. Right, so I have. Are we counting? Well, hang on. We've got to. If we're talking Terminators, we've got to figure out exactly what a Terminator is. Are we talking just regular Terminators, or are we talking heretic Terminators as well? When we figure that out, I can give you a number. I don't know what orange you used on the eyes, but it looks great. Okay, let's do a count then. So there's obviously the one I'm painting right now, and then if we move up here, you can see along the top shelf we've got Terminators, regular Terminators over there. So I think I've got like 25, because I've got 5 in the cupboard behind me, regular Terminators. Then I've got the Chaplain, the Librarian. Then I've got 10 Chaos Terminators, and then I have the 20. Wait, how many have I got? Let me think. So I bought 6, then I bought another 6. I'm just trying to think of how many Saturnine Terminators. So I assembled 8, then I bought another. Wait, how many? What do they come in squads wise? They come in 6s, don't they? So I got 12, then I got another 12. So I've got 24 Saturnine. Then I've got 6 more in the box. So I think I've got 30 Saturnine Terminators. But then I also have 5 Death Guard. Then the 3 Mortarian Bros Terminators, and then I have a Terminator Lord as well. So I think that's where I am. But the Saturnine Terminators, I'm a bit stuck with how to mount the guns interchangeable. I've kind of got a bit of a problem on that front, in that I only have large magnets, and I've kind of put myself off using those, and I don't have a drill that fits the drill bits for that magnet size. So I need to pick myself up a drill somehow, because at the moment I'm just trying to twist the drill bit with my fingers, and it just messes up my hands. Ah, yeah, but I bought them off eBay, Javdav. So I've got two. I know I've got 2 boxes, so that's 8. And then I bought them in pairs off eBay. So I think I bought 6. So I definitely got 12. And then I think maybe I got 4 or more off eBay, and then the 2 packs. But then I've also got 6 in the Saturnine box. So I'm not exactly sure. All I know is that I love them. And I've got a few because I think they're amazing. Yeah, I'm so pleased that they came out as a kit. Yeah, heaven help me if Custodes get proportioned to their proper proportions. I'm doomed. But basically, I really like Terminators because I really like Gene Stealers. And you know, who do Gene Stealers love fighting? Terminators. I wanna get boarding actions terrain and then try and play Space Hulk, but I'll settle for just 40k on a ship map. Venoplasm, hello. So yeah, to answer Jeff, they have loads, but I bought them back when I had money. So yeah, I don't need to buy anything more. Ironically, I really want to get some Assault Terminators because oh wait, I'm lying. I've got another 20 Terminators. I've got the five Salamander ones, and then 5 clean, and then another 10 that are just base coated grey that I got for free. And they are going to become my Assault Terminators. I'm going to cut up the arms and add Assault Terminators to that. But to do that, I need the Assault Terminator sprues. So I'm going to, at some point, try and pick up 2 boxes of Assault Terminators. So that would be another 10, and then those 30 will become the additional Lightning Claws and Thunderhammer guys. So I don't know exactly the number, but yeah. The Grey Knight Terminators are beautiful, but again, it's the proportions. I never collected Space Marines until they did the reproportions. I just thought they were a bit too small compared to the regular humans. But I completely agree with you. If they redo them, I'm in trouble. The Deathwing Knights, they're another one that I really want to get my hands on. But I haven't been able to yet. So, but there's... but I figure I've got to paint these Terminators before... I've got plenty to get crack on with. Right, so that face is touched up. It looks a little less dry brushed. I'm going to ink that, but for now, you know, I might just do a little bit around that eye. I might try and leave the orange eyes, but I don't know how this guy did these eyes, but I really like them. Orange eyes and white helmet really, really works quite well. I really like that. Okay. No, Jav. Okay, so... It is controversial. A lot of people love their firstborn. What I don't like is the Primaris lore. I'm not a fan of that. But if I kind of like mentally squint and just say to myself, fingers in my ears, la la la, Primaris just are Space Marines, if that makes sense, then I don't have to worry about it so much. So basically, Primaris are Space Marines, and I don't really listen to the lore of firstborn Primaris. It's just, and because for me it's just a proportion issue. That's all. I don't need the lore. It was just the size of them relative to regular humans that I didn't get on with. You know, so that's what I tell myself. Jav, I can completely agree. As someone who never collected Space Marines until Primaris proportions came out, because I was trying to kit bash bigger Marines anyway. So the fact that they came out for me was brilliant. And then, unbeknownst to me, that they did Terminators, and then it was just like Candyland. So I never had many Terminators when I was a kid, so I was able to get into the Terminators. And plastic's good because, as you know, I drop models all the time, so I never work in resin or metal as a result because I just drop them. I don't have nostalgia for their proportions, but for nostalgia though, for the old dreadnoughts, these guys, I do feel nostalgic for these. I think these are better. So the other way around to the Primaris ones, I don't like the Primaris dreadnought. I think they got the proportions wrong. I like these, especially with how similar they are to a Terminator now. I like this ratio of proportion more. So yeah, I don't need my dreadnoughts to be shockingly massive. Yeah, I love them. They yeah, I absolutely adore them. They didn't need to be changed. Um, yeah, but I mean, I know I'm in the minority thinking like this, but you know, it's as much my hobby as anyone else's, so you can engage with it how you like. So for me, box dreadnoughts are just the best. Yeah, Venerable didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. You could see what they were trying, but it didn't work. Venerables, I don't like. I don't understand why. I'm not so keen on having a little Space Marine head poking out. Um, you know, I'm not so keen on that. The Horus Heresy ones are kind of all right, but I'm thinking of modifying them to cover up the heads somehow. But I just don't know with what to make it look okay. Is that the ones? Which ones are those? Remind me. They're not the ones with the bolt guns. The 6 or 7 bolt guns on one arm, is it? And all the weapon options. Because if it is those ones, I think they look janky as well. I'm watching. I'm watching Master and Commander and painting on this dumb live stream. Yeah, and painting. But when the chat's quiet, I just listen to something. You know, things are going good when you pause your show to stay 100% in the chat. Yeah, it's not. It's just about. Yeah, it's because like how can I explain it? The stream can be kind of stressful if it's really quiet. So the reason I put something on is just so I can focus on the painting. And if the chat's quiet, the chat's quiet, you know? That's what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. But Javdav, I don't know what it is about it, but I really, really like live streaming. I really get a kick out of it. I really wanted to come back on yesterday, but I just couldn't. But yeah, I really, really enjoy it. I don't want to paint not on live stream, but when I was sick, I did do some painting not on live stream because I was like, well, I can't leave it too many days. But live streaming is a different creature as well. Like, there's no views if you're not streaming. Basically, it doesn't work without you. You got to stay on. You got to be around. So it's far more. It's like so with a video, yeah, you got to spend a lot of time behind the scenes on it. But there's a possibility that it can just do well whilst you're not on. But with live streaming, where the time spent is, you got to spend time bums on seats. You know, you got to be on. So it's like a whole different element. You know. But so it's like, yeah, it's really different. The video, you kind of send it off, away you go, and it's the same with shorts. But the stream it's just different. You don't mind? Well, thanks for giving me your permission on that, Jamdab. I appreciate you giving me permission. But I don't want to. No, I was unwell. The reason I painted, it's not that I don't want to. I don't think I've explained myself right. I was ill, so I painted off stream because I was too ill to be able to talk. But what I enjoy painting on a stream more than just painting on my own, if that makes sense. I like combining the things, the interests. It's yeah, I enjoy it. It's nice. Use your phone, dude. That's what I'm doing. Oh, your phone broke. Okay, well, no. Yeah, okay. Yeah, broken phone won't help on that department. I really like this Grace here with Griffin Charger ink in it. It's something. It just goes on. The coats go on way smoother than just. You can definitely feel a difference of the paint going on. It's not so dry. And I think because I assume the ink has a medium in it as well. It doesn't seem to dry so. It's better than water. Yeah, I don't think. I think I'm done mixing water in my paints, or at least not a lot. You can see the difference. Yeah, there's a definite difference. I think. Oh, who I knocked off? Uh oh. Oh, it was a paintbrush, I think. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's definitely something in there. No one's ever told me that. I've never heard that about using an ink to water down your paints. There's a definite difference, and frankly, I think it looks a lot tastier, not lumpy at all. It feels like, dare I say it, Like I'm masquerading as a pro when I paint. It's nice. It goes on really nicely. I really like it. It is smooth, isn't it? Yeah, it's really nice. There you go, Javdav. When we do Behemoth together, Behemoth, um, we will use inks. I'm definitely going to use inks in my colour scheme. Okay, I think I've done all the greys on this. And if I'm honest, I think it looks delish. I mean, I could put another coat on these top panels. These always look a bit dry and a bit scratchy, so I'm going to pop a little bit more on. Well, hang on. Before you start going for inks, Javdav, we know it works with greys. We don't know if it works with colours. Further research is needed. But, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that it might fix my not being able to shade blues issue. I'm thinking inks might help with that. So, what I'm trying to not do is I'm not trying to get you to spend money on a theory that I've just had that I haven't fully thought out, you know? It might not be the case, is my concern. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you've witnessed it. You've seen it with the yellows. You've seen it with the yellows. It's worked with yellows. It's worked with greys. But blues and reds, untested. Do you want to test it? Do you want to test reds now? I've got some red inks. Should we give it a test? I feel like maybe we should find out now rather than... I don't want you to spend money on something and it not work, you know? You let me know. Yeah, let's give it a go. Hang on, I've got some test models. Okay, so we've got this test model, right? Let's try with the brown. Let's go with... that's pink. We've got a pink. I'm sure I've got a red. Yeah, here we go. So, we're going to try it with Contrast Blood Angels Red. Okay? And then, let's use Corn Red with it, right? So, what I'll do now is I'll just take some out of the pot. And we will apply that as is, just from the pot. Let's just do some Corn Red there. Okay, so yeah, it goes on all right. That's fine. So there's some Corn Red right there. Okay. Now what I'll do is I've got some on the wet palette. I'm going to add some Blood Angels ink to it. Now this paint was it's not all that dry, you know, because it's come straight out of the pot. But let's add the ink to it and see how we get on. One thing's immediately clear is that the paint will go further because I've kind of quadrupled the amount of paint I've got going on there. So let's just... so this brush is well and truly loaded up, so... Now, bear in mind that this is a very large flat surface, which is, in my humble opinion, is where ink and paint mix excels, because you don't get the streaky lumpiness. But you get the coverage that you don't tend to get with inks. What I mean is that it doesn't look like I'm putting an ink on right now. It looks like I'm putting a paint on, which is what I want. I want the full pigment. That's quite a lot, and that's not even a fraction of how much paint I've got going on there. So let's whack some on this side as well. So Javdav, I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. I think the inks thing is better because it makes it not look like a contrast paint and you get the consistency in the pigment on there as well. Bloody hell, Javdav. And you can see there's a little streak in the paint there. You can see that streak there. You know what, Javdavs? I think we've stumbled on something brilliant here. Let's let it dry, and then we can take another look. But, yeah, I really think we found something there. I think there's definitely... That was definitely worth testing. Right. What I haven't done is I haven't grey seared this Terminator's head. Yeah, I think there's something there, Jav. I think we've discovered something. So let's just say we can just say thanks to the live stream for us for finding that together. I think it's any ink with pigment. I think will work. If I was to bet, I would say any ink with pigment might do it. Catch you later, Javdab, buddy. I really appreciate you coming on saying hi, dude. Yeah, let me know how it goes with the inks. If you get any, if you find anything and anything, yeah, just let me, yeah, keep me updated on the progress, dude. I'll catch you later. Ah, I love them. They're the Citadel synthetic ones. They're cheaper. They're cheaper than the other ones, but they don't splay. The brush tips don't splay, and I prefer them. This is what happens to my regular brushes. You see that? You can see that I've had to trim ones off that have splayed, and you can see it's splaying there. They're absolutely brilliant. The synthetic Citadel brushes, they are just totally they just totally suit how I paint. They're way easier to use for me. I'm sure they're not for everyone, but I love them. I absolutely love them. This guy looks beautiful. So we've still got a lot of grey. He's ready for highlights. Ink in the paint, man. I've still got loads of grey. Let's get some more ink in it to zhuzh it up and then grab down another Terminator. Where's my Griffin charger? It's the old one. I've got a new one somewhere. I'm going to ink this Terminator's face as well whilst I'm doing it. I do enjoy repainting secondhand models to make them mine. I really get a kick out of it. Like I think the paint job on this is great, frankly. I think this is a great paint job. It's just that I didn't do it, you know? So I like just cleaning them up a little bit so that they become mine. But I'm definitely going to have to keep these salamanders as like a little... I don't know the guy who I bought them off. But, and I know I said free, but what I did was I bought like a batch, and then I sold off some of the batch and made my money back. So that's why I call them free Terminators. But I'm definitely going to have some salamanders. But yeah, I'm going to get another couple of synthetic brushes tomorrow when I go to Games Workshop. Zhuzhing up the drying paint with ink really... it's just bloody brilliant. Let's grab another Terminator that needs work. Although they're looking pretty done. I can't see one... hello, this one needs some... one needs some love. So I've gone with blue for these eyes, but part of me really likes the orange. Hey Greco, Jav's gone. Unfortunately, I think he's gone bed. He just got home from work. I think he's gone. Yeah, Jav's sleeping. Hey Greco, you're my favourite at the moment. Appreciate the comments. I've noticed you putting those on. I hope you've been slapping on some likes. But yeah, buddy, did you read the? Did I post a reply saying I won't forget it? I won't forget it, dude. Like, yeah, you're interacting with the channel, and I'm trying not to get sad about it because I've openly asked and said like, hey, this creator camp thing is important to me. I need you guys' help, and you're the only one doing it. So like, I won't forget that, Grex. All right, I won't forget that. I don't often ask people for stuff, but I did this time, and you know what? You got some follow through on you, so I will follow through. If we get it, bud. All right, don't disappear on me. Like if it happens, you're coming with me, Grex. I'll figure something nice out for you. All right, you can hold me to that. You keep interacting like you are, and I won't forget it, buddy. All right, promise. Does that sound reasonable to you, bud? The fact that I'm calling you bud, yeah. Does that sound like a good plan? Yeah, if I get it, Grex. Yeah, you can consider that. You can keep that as a promise, Grex. If I get it, we'll figure something out nice for you. All right? Okay. Yeah, thanks, Grex. But yeah, can you hold me to that, bud? Like, promise made, all right? Promise made, buddy. If we get it, I'll figure something else out for you, bud. Because so far, there's people I've known on the Discord when I asked that I've known 10 years. You know, Grex? So, yeah, gestures mean something with me, bud. So, thank you. I'll figure something out. If we get it. If we get it, bud. If we get it. Yeah, my success is yours. That's the deal. I'll bring you guys with me. Don't see it as like a debt. See it as like just see it more like nice gets nice. Let's just say it like that. Nice gets nice. All right. I think it's nice that you're doing something that's manifesting in reality in the form of help. And so I want to manifest something nice for you in reality. You know, that's all. I'm loving these new greys. Ink in paint is the way to go. We've definitely figured something out there. It makes painting these bits of the Terminators actually quite enjoyable. Look how smooth that shin guard is. Look how smooth it is. It's amazing. Water's for pussies. I don't know why. You use water in your paint? You coward. You puss. Oh, God. What a question. I'm going to need more details. How much Tammy cement? What are you gluing? I hear. So you've got some issue with it not staying bonded. For starters, the issue is I don't use it. What are you trying to glue? First, I think. And then I can tell you what I do with my plastic glues. Was it a Lehman Russ? Why do I feel like it's a Lehman Russ that you're gluing? Okay, so it's the torso, right? Have you tried bracing your model with big glues? Like I use rubber bands, but I prefer masking tape. Do you like bind? Blue tack's really good as a bind if you make a sausage and then blue tack one side and the other side and give it a little loop of tape. Do you bind the models? Mainly the legs. Ah, okay. So you're doing torso. It's the torso, right? Is the torso joint that you're trying to glue, or is it individual legs? Individual legs to the torso. We can get there. We'll figure this out. Okay. I would bind it. I would bind them. So, like, you can use like bits of card and stuff to prop it up and get it in position. Also, don't glue it standing. You don't have to glue it standing. You can glue it sideways so gravity holds the leg in the join. So, yeah. My advice, before you glue it, use like bits of anything you got lying around the house and try and prop it up in a way where it's stable and the leg sits in the right position in the join. Try that, and then if it stays stable, glue it. I do that stuff a lot. I glue stuff sideways often. I think my paint's drying out. What have I got? Power Fist and some leg. Yeah, I'll put some more grey in it. The whole body stayed, but his left, our right, if looking at it dead on, came off but stayed on the 90mm. Yeah, it sounds like brace it. Okay, so figure out a way to brace it all together dry. And then when you've got it taped and it wants to naturally hold together with masking tape or blue tack or whatever you're propping it up with, when you're confident in that, then take it apart and then glue it and re-brace it. That's what I do. Or you can pin it. Do you want to know about pinning? You could pin the joints, but that's a lot more effort. You shouldn't need to do that. Yeah, don't use the cat. But yeah, out of distance from the cat because the cat will lie on it. You know how cats are. Oh, so you can what? You can have like Raven Wing with Deathwing, right? You can do that. Well, no, if it says so. That's all right, Grex. Don't worry, man. So my glue of choice, and I don't ever need anything else other than this. I use Revel Contactor Professional. I love it. You can get away with, yeah, sure, on big awkward joins you have to hold it and support it, but for the most part you can hold this down for 15-20 seconds and then let go of maybe 60% of your glue, of your bonds. I really enjoy it, and it's got the little applicator pipe. It's not a brush, it's a little metal tube. Let me show you. So it's a little metal tube, and you can see I've got a sewing needle in there so the tube doesn't dry up, so it lasts bloody ages if you put a sewing needle in there, because then the glue can't dry in the tube. It's just really it's really useful, and it's not expensive. This stuff's it's not a big. It won't break the bank. It's just really, really. It's my go-to. It's my just my absolute fave. I'm never going to need anything else. Because the tube, you can get it precisely. You got to be careful because if you get it on like your finger or on details of a model, it can like melt the detail off. But you know you just be careful with it. I'm thinking I won't grey this and then highlight it. I think I need to make this face a little lighter, but then maybe I should keep it like that. I don't know. It kind of connects it. It kind of connects if he's grey and he's got a grey face. But I feel like salamanders would be more white. Old, yeah, that's fine. 43. I'm old ass man now. Old ass man. Yeah. Why? What's my age? Why are you curious about my age? Is it because I sound so beautifully youthful? I'm not. I'm old as hell. Old ass man. Where's my knife? I don't have my knife for the tape. And I need scissors as well. I'm just going to go grab scissors and a knife for Hazard Stripes. Scissors. They're not very sharp. Hang on a sec. Okay, yeah, we're good. We got the bits. Ooh. Okay, so it's interesting that you mentioned. So I never knew my voice sounded old, but my hands have always looked like this. It's just a genetic thing. I've always had old ass looking hands, even when I was really young. My hands have been like this. They've always looked mangy. They just look old ass, don't they? They look like grandma hands. But yeah, they've always looked like this. Yeah, grandma hands. They've always been like that. I've never had. I'm no hand model. You know, they're ugly ass hands. Yeah, they are seriously ugly ass hands. But they've always been like that, and I've made my peace with it. But my voice, do I sound like a grandpa? I hadn't even considered that. Do I have granddad voice? I would. Oh my god! You gotta tell me. Do I have granddad voice? I hadn't even considered that. I'm old. I need to know. Oh no, that's weird. Aging's weird, man. Granddad voice. Oh. Yeah, my hands just look decrepit, but they always have. But my voice doesn't sound old. Okay. Phew! Oh, you really panicked me then. I thought I'd turned into some kind of granddad without even realising. Well, I can think of worse things than sounding Australian, frankly. I'll take that as a compliment, to be honest. I haven't met an Australian person I haven't liked. That's something. I think that's true testament. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never met an Aussie person I've disliked. I've never met an Irish person I've disliked. I've never met a Scottish person I've disliked. That's crazy. Yeah, I've never met one I've disliked. I can't think of a single Irish person, a single Scottish person, or a single Australian that I've met that I haven't liked. Oh, isn't that's testament to people, isn't it? That's testament to a person. I'd love to sound like a Cockney. Oh, I'm a Cockney. Oh, I'm a Cockney. Oh, I'm a Cockney. Apples and pears. Oh, dog and bone, dog and bone. The old trouble and strife Cockney. Oh, I'm a Cockney. Um, yeah, I'm actually. I'm a very, very southern Brit. That's what I am. I'm not even London southern. I am Cornwall southern. Super southern. Yeah, I couldn't be more southern if I wanted. I'm on the border of Devon and Cornwall. I've got some Cornish flags flying in my room right now. Yeah, I'm a Nuki Padstow churro kind of guy. Not that any of that means anything, but I'm very South England. I love that part of the world. I'd live there if I could. I think I told you yesterday about the story of how I nearly ended up growing up in Australia, right? I told you that story. Very nearly ended up growing up in Australia. And to be honest, I think I would have enjoyed Australia. I wouldn't say I'm Viking at all. I wouldn't say, although being English, the Vikings spent a lot of time over there. So, but I mean, my ancestors weren't brought back to the Scandinavia. So, what that tells me about my ancestors is that they were ugly. But we're on the other side of the coast, other side of the country to where the Vikings were. Although they went down in France and Mediterranean as well. So, it's possible. But I would say, if you trace my name back, it's actually Brittany, France. If you go back far enough. Yeah, that's why the spider, the flora and fauna of spider of Australia. Yeah, I'd be dead by now. If I'd moved to Australia, something would have bit me. Without a doubt, it would have happened. Yeah, something would have already have got me. But yeah, hey. Oh, also, just to touch on a point about my old ass hands, right? Um, for the longest time, I was self conscious about these, and my brother still is self conscious about his. But you can't help that. Like, that's just that's just genetics, right? You know, you got to play the hand you dealt, and so accepting those kinds of things that you can't change. What am I going to get? Hand Botox? No way. You know, I think that's an important one because, as you know, humans are mucky, messy creatures. So accepting the things you can't change is an important one because otherwise you have a hang up for life. You know, Botox in your hands. I mean, that's crazy. So what I'm saying is, look, you know, don't worry about it, guys. If you've got something wonky, oh, I should learn more and kitbash a giant tyrant spinner. You need what you need, Greco. Get the psychophage. Get 2 of those, and you've got your Tyranid spider. Look, hang on a second. I'll grab it out again. Wait 1 second. Although that's a really great kitbash idea. So, because of the Leviathan box set, these things are really cheap. I've seen them as cheap as €8, right? You got what? 1, 2. You got these teeny tiny legs, but you got 1, 2, 3. You got 6 legs already. Buy 2 of those. Change up the body a bit. You can make a giant spider. Oh, it's such a good idea. Change the head. Oh, Greco, that's such a good idea. I love that idea for a kitbashed spider. That's a really nice idea. And look, you've got these little holes here. Maybe they could be... Maybe these could be attachments for limbs. Oh, Greco, maybe if you changed it a little bit as well. Like you had it at this angle, and these were for legs. Maybe. That's a really good idea, Grex. It's a really, really good idea. Because there's so many of these models around at the moment. They're really, really cheap. Oh, it's such a good idea. It's such a good idea, Grex. I really, really like that. It could totally work. I like that idea a lot, buddy. Yeah, just use the psychophage. It's such a good idea, Grex. I love it. I really, really love it. So much so that I kind of want to do it. Like, it's a really nice idea. Oh, Grex, what if we, independently of each other, made one, and then once it's all done, I'm talking like 6 months down the line or whatever, and then we both present what we came up with and be like, da, 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 this is what I came up with. What about that for a little ongoing project we could do? What do you think? I'm open to suggestions. I feel like it's a great idea. Like we've got, like me and Javdav have got the Behemoth color scheme project going. We could have the Spider Nid. Oh, I really like it. So yes. So you agree? It could be long term. It could be a whole year. We don't have to do it right away. It's just that they're so cheap at the moment. All right, Grex. Do you mind if I run with it? Because I might start looking to buy some. If I buy two of the models, I might look to. I kind of like the idea of like spider half spider half spore chimney, like something that they use for the consumption of a planet. Okay, I might just do it. I feel like spore chimney slash creature. You know, something that's not like front line. Something's like planet nutrient biomass processing sort of creature. Ah, are you on Discord, Venom? Because that would be, yeah. If you could, if you are, I'd love to see a picture of it. It's a glorious idea, Spider Death Guard. Hey, Micro, we got a lot. Ah, I heard a message on Discord. I want to see the Spider Death Guard. There's been some really nice conversation going on. We've kind of touched on quite a few topics. We figured something out about paints. We've figured something out about. We just had a kit bash idea, which I absolutely adore. What else have we done? We've been working on some Terminators. I mean, God, and I'm gonna have to go. Not yet, but soon. It's frustrating. I want to just stay on all day. You know what? I might try and arrange some extra time off. Maybe I can, if I'm super nice to the wife, I can get some extra time off. I don't know why. I've got a bit of a kink in this stripe, but I'm going to go ahead and just do that. And if it looks janky, it looks janky. Oh my god, I've got to go look at that. Wait. I gotta go look at it. Hang on. Be right back, guys. I don't have wireless headphones, so I've got to go and let me just yeah. Let me go look at that. Yeah, it is the Goblin Spider Rider. I thought so. Yeah. Oh my god, it works so well. It works so well. That's such a genius idea, dude. That's such a good idea. Man. That is... Yeah, such a good idea. I am really rather impressed. What a great idea, yeah. And that makes the Spider Riders more viable. Because there's loads of those models kicking about now as well. Don't worry about the paint, dude. You're only in a race with yourself. It was like with painting models, like and exercise. The way what I tell myself is you're only racing with yourself, and like when you paint a model, you're just trying to one up your previous model, if that makes sense. And then with exercise, you're just trying to impress the guy in the mirror. Like you know, it's the same creature, same thing. Like yeah, your painting's just fine, dude. You know what? I've got time. I'm gonna do a third set of stripes. But the spider body thing is a genius idea, dude. Absolutely genius idea. I love it. I love the reason I use the way to mention exercise because I love it. I don't know, I can't take credit for it, but the saying you're just trying to impress the guy in the mirror. I love that. And I heard a different version where it was just a clip from MasterChef. Like some woman ran out of butter, and the other woman was like, "No, you can't have my butter." And then the guy gave her some butter, and he just said that, I'm a nice guy. I want to be able to look myself in the mirror at the end of the day. And if you can look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, I'm an all right guy. I like that a lot. That kind of thing. I got a job lot off eBay and came in it, so as a custom Space Marine. Yeah, it's such a good idea, Venom. I keep calling you Venom because of Venom. You haven't met him, but he's a really nice guy. Micro, that's kind of like quite the juxtaposition of topics there. Okay, sorry your internet crapped out. I assume it's no way related to the fire. You help people out of a burning car. Christ, you didn't get burned, did you? You know what helping people out of a burning car makes you, Micro? Makes you a goddamn hero, is what it makes you. Yeah, no, yeah, the thing. Oh, so it's not helping people. It's not helping people out of a burning car. But on the subject of no good deed goes unpunished, right? Last week, okay. So when it comes to public transport, I'm going to pause the show so I can tell you this story. So Finnish culture, right? Finnish people are all introverts, right? And so, but when it comes to public transport, they rush on because it's less awkward to get a seat for yourself than to be the poor Finnish person that has to ask someone or sit next to someone who already has a seat, right? So as a result, collectively, culturally, Finnish people race to get onto public transport, right? They race for it. They will run on and they will try and get on before people have even got off because of the awkward cringiness of having to sit next to someone else on public transport, right? So in that context, it's always a mad rush, right? Now, being English, what I grew up on was consider the other person, be polite, do something, be considerate of others. So I was feeling particularly English last week. So the middle bus doors are double doors. And so I was like, you know what? It's going to be mega busy. I'm in no rush. I'm just going to let everyone else go on, right? So I was like, right, everyone on the bus. I was like, yeah, after you, it's fine. So I'm the last one on. And evidently, the bus driver felt like I took too long. So he started closing the doors as I'm getting onto the bus. And halfway through the door, I've got little shopping with me. So I've got 2 food bags with me. He shuts me half in, half out of the door. Because that's the other thing about Finnish people. They don't really... They're very much like, me go now. They don't tend to chill. They're very direct. So yeah, I let everyone else get on the bus and I got shut in some doors for my trouble. So yeah, no good deed unpunished. Yeah, and that made me sad. I sat down on the bus and I was like, oh, yeah, that's what I get for trying to do something nice. But anyway, enough of my crappy story. Tell us your fantastic story. I want to hear about the burning car. Unless it's traumatic, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me about the car fire thing if it's upsetting. I feel you. Yeah, but it's just different cultures. Is all it is. It's just different cultures. It's not that big a problem. Let's hear the car story. Hopefully he's typing. You've got until I finish these 3 sets of hazard stripes to tell me your story. I'm sorry to put you on the spot with a time limit, but I also have a time limit, unfortunately. Started in the engine block, and we caught it early. Got them and their stuff out, and sat back as it burned. Had to pull out my satellite phone because I'm in a rural nowhere. That's bonkers, dude. That makes you. Did they? First of all, how old are you, Micro? Because if you're like boozing age, I think they should have immediately taken you to a bar and paid for your drinks for an entire night and celebrated you as the damn hero that you are. Frankly, did they do that? Or if you aren't, did they give you anything? Because saved them. see you later, Venno. Wait, before you go, which Warhammer? Which Warhammer? Where's it located? I'll look it up on Google Maps. Which one you going to? He's probably left, hasn't he? He's probably typed it and then left. I'm never going to know. Hopefully, because I have to treat it like I'm never going to see these people again. I have to treat it like I've got to get my questions out on stream in case, because... Warhammer World? No way! I've never been. That's amazing. Dude. Hopefully we'll see you on a stream again and you can tell me all about it. I'd love to go. Yeah. If you fancy it, come back on and tell us all about it. That would be great. I won't be on tomorrow, unfortunately, but the following day. But unless I change my plans and come on earlier. But we'll figure something out. But have a great time, dude. Sounds great. Right, I need some Abaddon Black to do these shoulders. I've got... Well, I can get the Abaddon Black on the palette. I can do that. Oh, no, I'll wait. Right. Yes. So, Greco, there has been some progress on that one. I watched your stream. I watched it, and then I Googled it. And, the intention is to do it. The issue is time. That's the issue. Having the time to sit down and do it. But if I can get it set up, then it brings recording back to a certain viability that I can do the streaming and a video. Because I don't really edit my game videos. I know it's not the best, but I'm not trying to be super biggest best channel in the world. I'm just trying to have some fun. The recording thing is really interesting. I think you've got a great idea there, and I think I'm going to definitely look into it because I already have. I got a lot as it's 20 minutes from your house. Venom, that's amazing that you live so close. Yeah, I'd go there all the time if I was just that near to the place. It must be lovely. It must be absolutely lovely. I'd love to not only go there, but work there, frankly. Unfortunately, 19 is not 21. And no, we're a couple of teen girls, so I wasn't going to take anything anyways. But yeah, had to wait for EMS to show up and tell them that you're lucky the gas tank didn't go boom. Yeah, it is lucky. Well, lucky that they had you there. So that one needs to come off. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So one of those stripes is going to look a little janky, but you're not going to notice it when they're all pressed into. I was looking at the weapon upgrade sprues because I've got the Saturnine box Marines to do, and I felt like I might want to do them all with heavy weapons, give them all melters or something. I thought that might be fun. Because they're quite medieval looking, it's crusade armor, so I quite like the idea of them carrying heavier weapons. Part of that appeals to me. So it's this one that needs to come out here. Yep, that one there. So 1, 2, 3, and then that one's off. That's already done. So then just this one. But these Marines are from the Age of Darkness box, and I wasn't sure I was going to keep these. They even got listed to sell them, but then I started painting a couple and I was like, I really like these. So I actually took them off sale. The Terminators went. I've still got 5, but I don't care about those so much. I don't like the Terminators anymore. The proportions aren't right. I thought I'd like them, but I've gone off them somewhat now the new Terminators have come. So then this one. So yeah, that's going to be the massive janky stripe. Well, it is what it is. Let's just take this one, sup, like that. Right, get the Abaddon on, and then that's us. If you haven't already slapped on a like, could you? It's not been the busiest of streams, and that's fine. It's more about the chit-chat and the painting, and the fact that I managed to get on and do a stream is a win in itself. Got got a bit of abandon on the table. I think I can rescue some. Oh, I've just painted my fingers. Bugger. I think I can rescue that splodge. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. Yeah, save some of that abandon. That should be more than enough to do. Okay. Right, let's get these stripes done. So the idea is with these stripes is to cover the surface somewhere between 90 and 100%, leaving just tiny smidges. And then all will become clear in a moment. There we go. And then the massive janky stripe. Thanks, guys. Because, you know, it's this month, so in theory, this time next month, I could be at the creator camp. So that would be bloody amazing, frankly. We've only been doing the channel stuff for like 11 years. It would be nice to see some progress on that front. Be a little bit delicious, frankly. Should I say that I'm... should I make up something that makes me more special? Say like I'm a they, them. Maybe I'm just... Maybe I... Maybe I'm not unique enough. Right, let's take off. Let's take off these stripes. Yeah. I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't make it, because it's out of my hands. You know, if I don't make it, I don't make it. It's not something I can influence. You know, it either will or it won't. I can't. I got no control over the choosing process. I've got no choosing over how the channel performs or if it performs enough for the criteria to be met. I can't say. I don't know if it's even based on... oh, that stripe's massive. No one will know. You know, it's just... if it happens, it happens. Look, you can't even see the janky stripe. So there's the janky stripe, right? But if you put it flat, you just see that. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Let's just finish off these two. I'm just going to pick up the pace a little bit. Another really lovely stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, really, really lovely time. Yeah, I think you can get away with certain boo-boos if the angle's right. No one's going to notice. And if they do, you can have a funny chat about it. Because you can be like, ah, you caught me. Whack, whack. You know? What I'm going to do is I'm going to break my own rule, and I'm going to paint two. I've never done this before. Normally I just whip the tape off the wet one first, but I'm just going to paint this one a little faster, and then oh, there's some Alpha Legion talk going on. Let's just a little bit in there, a little bit in there, a little bit there. Okay, right, let's just whip off these stripes. So I was pretty fast on that second one. So we've gone back to the first one now. Still sort of semi-wet. Oh, you can start seeing the line though, yeah. You can start seeing it. Looks good to me. Happy with that. Man, I like painting. Ah, yeah. Now, Space Marine 2, I think that playing Space Marine 2 will make my computer do what happens in Spider-Man 2. You know, when the machine turns on and it creates a little star? I think my laptop would run so hot that it does that. I've got a PS4, but I don't know if it's on PS4. But I don't know. It would be... Yeah, Space Marine or Dark Tide. I was looking at Dark Tide. It looks quite fun. I was looking at the Hive Scum class. It does look good, but... I mean, it's something I would like to do. I'd like to do one-off fights of Total War Warhammer 3 as well. Like, just create an army and have a little fight and see what units I really think are pretty, so that I can get them for Old World. But I mean, it's not impossible. My laptop's a bit of a brute, so it could do it. I think it could do it. It's just I need to wait for the games to come down in price a little bit. Maybe catch them on a juicy Steam sale. I'm thinking, but something like that. So we got loads done. We got loads of progress on the Terminators, which, to be honest, makes me feel like the Terminators aren't such a huge obstacle. So we can start bringing in the others, and we got some Marines done. Well, get your router working, or if you're American, router, your router. But router's different to a router here. A router is a different tool entirely. Yeah, I got distracted between route and route as well. Like, oh, you take the best route. It's on PS5, sadly. Okay, well, yeah, I think I'm more likely to get it working on the PC as opposed to buying a whole new friggin' PS5. So that's not necessarily the quickest course. We'll figure something out. Right, let's take off the blue tack. 4 people, 8 likes. I'll take it. Fantastic. I'm not saying no, Microclone. I'm just saying I have to figure something out. But yeah, lovely stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for dropping the likes. It's a really big help. Just know that, you know, if I get on the creator camp, it will be bloody fantastic. But yeah, all right, guys. I will catch you later. I might be able to come on tomorrow. I might be able to figure something out. But anyway, in the meantime, I will catch you. I'll catch you later on. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you later. Love you. Bye.